just after it happened, who did you talk to, Bridget? What did you say to her right after she got picked?
I mean, first of all, it was cool. The whole team, and everyone in this building that's impacted her life. We were all there, family, friends, and we took a picture with everyone. And I think we're FaceTiming her parents at the same time. And the thing I told her was, "You've earned this," and she got picked by the perfect team. Connecticut. It's not about first round, second round. It's about fit, and I think there's karma involved here that number 21 got picked 21, and she got picked by an organization that really liked her. Coach Miller was here for the NIT, has been following her, has paid the most attention to her of any organization. So I think it's a great fit, and she'll go out and compete like everyone else. And the last thing I told her was, it's time to go to work. Now you got a job.
Why do you feel it's such a good fit?
Well, I think because Connecticut really, I think, followed her more than any other team. They took a great post player in the first round. I think they liked Bridget's versatility, and I think she fits the culture of that organization. The Connecticut Sun kind of follows in the same model, sort of the UConn women's team, and I get to go to a casino now and bet 21 at the roulette table. That'll be my first bet. Not that I've ever done that before, but sometimes it is. It's like where you're connected, who wants you the most, who's followed you the most, and I think it's not just about athleticism or who does what or where. It's what team sees you as a really, really good connection to them on the court, off the court. The WNBA still has to market, still has to do things like we all do. And Bridget's been doing that since the day she got here. And I think her parents said it's 36 miles either farther or closer than Ames. So they're used to that drive. So hopefully they'll be ready to go. They're drivers.
God, I can't imagine that. It's a quick turnaround, though. I mean, I was looked up. Their first preseason game is like next week.
Yeah, I think they report like the end of April practice. And,
really?
Yeah.
Or is it May 13th?
Yeah. No, it's a really good, really quick thing. They get them in, they get them out. And it's a really hard league to make. It's one of those things where every profession is hard. What you guys do is hard. But there's 12 teams, there's 12 jobs. It's 144 people, and a lot of those people, it's like Supreme Court justice. They don't leave. There's not many opportunities if you want to be a professional women's player. So, being the 21st pick and a second-round pick is great, but she's got to go out and earn it, and she knows. And that's the one thing about Bridget; she understands that. And but you want to go to a place where you think you have a shot. Some of those people that got drafted tonight, I don't care what number, they're not going to make a team. She's got a chance. She's got to go prove it, and she'll be ready to go when they ask her to come.
What part of her game do you think translates best to the WNBA?
I think her versatility does. She's a big guard that can play a lot of positions, and I think when you're looking at, honestly, the end of your roster and you're playing 3 games in 4 days, or who can fit in, and in the WNBA you have people that are playing internationally, people that get hurt, they're on pregnancy leave, there's a lot of things that go on in that league that are unique to the WNBA. So it's more about what can you do when you're trying to pick someone that can do a little bit of everything. And the marketing's part of it. How do you fit in with your team's part of it. But again, I think for her, it's the versatility that she brings to both ends of the court.
As the first round ended, the second round began, and Bridget kept getting passed over or whatever, what was the mood like with the team? Were people getting antsy?
Not really. I think after you have that initial thing, obviously, like, oh, I want to go in the first round because it's cool. Then it's like, and I texted her this morning. I got up really early, and I texted her and I said, look, this is a great day in your life, and celebrate and be excited about what happens. Don't worry about what doesn't happen. And again, it's about you want to get picked by someone who wants you, and that's what happened. And some of it is the teams ahead of you needed a big player or whatever. So. Oh yeah, you're sitting there going, all right, let's get this moving, and you're not worried. You know she's going to get picked, but you just wonder how long it's going to go. But and then you look at the other similar players, that position-wise that got picked ahead of her, and then you're like, okay, is there something that we missed or they missed? But at the end of the day, it happens once the first round's over. It goes pretty quickly, and once it happened, everyone was really excited. And the thing about Bridget is she wanted to share it with her teammates, and they were there with her, and I think that's a moment she'll remember for a long time.
Go back to the very first day you met her on the recruiting trail.
Mm-hmm.
Did you foresee anything? What did you foresee her?
I remember the first time I met her, and I was so impressed with her demeanor. She was ultra mature for her age. It's the way she was raised. And I would tell you, Randy, the very first day of practice, I went home and I told Deb, I go, I hate to jinx this, but she's a mixture of Megan Taylor and Tracy Gahan. And if that happens, we have something special. And it turned out that way. So, the most of the credit for this, to be honest with you, is their parents. But Jody Steyer, who is laying in a hospital bed in Mary Greeley Hospital because she had her knee replaced today. Coach Steyer is the one that did this. She recruited her. She worked with her. She's the one that got her to this point. And I feel bad that, Jody's not the one that's standing here in front of you, and she's not the one that is getting the attention she deserves. Because, I think the way that she recruited Bridget and the connection they had, the connection the Carltons had with her, and what Jody did. Yesterday, Jody's getting her knee replaced this morning by Dr. Greenwald at 5:30, and she's out there with Bridget putting her through a workout for 45 minutes, and I don't think that felt very, very good, but that's what Coach Steyer does, and we're very good personal friends with Coach Miller at Connecticut. So Jody and I and Kurt have known each other forever. So I don't know. It just seems
He's
like
an old Mac guy, right?
Yeah, he played I'm a Toledo guy. He's a Bowling Green guy.
Yeah.
That's a little testy, but we like him now. But yeah, he's been in the MAC, and then he went to Indiana, and but we've known him forever. He's a great guy, and I think it's one of those things I think was meant to be, and hopefully she'll earn a right to stay on the team.
How emotionally satisfying was this final moment? Because you've had kind of a succession of them from senior night speeches all the way through, given what you talked about with when she was getting the accolades at the end of the season, just what she's meant in kind of helping revive things.
No, I think that you're always, for someone who's invested what Bridget's invested, you want it to end in a unique, special way, and this is in basketball. This is as good as it gets. She won a lot of awards. I got to follow around. I was in her entourage in Tampa while she got all these awards. I'm like, I got to go places I never would have got to go because I'm with her, and so that was kind of cool. But I think it always ends with, your career ends, but it didn't, and for her to have the opportunity to hear her name called one more time as an Iowa State player, and understand that the next phase of her life is. It's a little surreal because when I hugged her, we did this at Billy's house. I hugged her and I said, "This is it. You're somebody else's now." And it's like letting your kids go. It's hard. It's really hard. But I've never been around a kid that's earned this more, and hopefully we'll get the chance to follow a long career, a very successful one, and it'll be a lot of fun.